Okay, so I already showed you that Maxum, but I told you in that video that we had a couple other Maxums here that I would try out. So we have here a trolley one, and over there, jack shaft one. So this jack shaft over here is the same model that's installed on that door. It's a ridiculous model number, JHDC 7S1BMC, March 2024. So basically, what I think are improvements from this over the older machines, I don't know what happened here. I have to get out of the menu. I don't know what it's doing. I don't know what that means. But, so anyway. They aren't as heavy, which I guess is nice. While I do think it's nice to be able to program everything from this wall button, I was actually trying out some settings on here. This is pretty slow to scroll through the menu and all that. But I do like that they have push terminals now instead of screw terminals. It makes it a little bit easier. So there's all your power wiring. I mean, yeah. So this is the hoist model. To disengage it, you pull down on that and this comes out, and you can now spin that freely. To re-engage it, you just pull it back up and this wheel slides back in. Now, with the standard jack shaft, there's no way to disengage the door, which is completely stupid. You have to buy the battery backup for it, which I don't think is really a good idea. This is a 24-volt motor, so at least it's not a skimpy little 12-volt motor. But it's got the same eyes and whatnot, so that's the jack shaft. We'll run it for you. I don't know what that rattling is at the end that it makes, but back down. Something grinds in it. I don't know what, but it doesn't really sound good. Alright, and then over here we have the trolley version, which this trolley version came in this box there. It's a it's another prototype sample. Now this I think is a battery backup, possibly. Battery's just not connected. I don't know. I am curious to see how it would run battery mode. But the thing with these openers, let's see if I can do this. Well, let's see. First of all, the board in the trolley is exactly the same. It's model, oh here it is, TDC 7S1BMC. So same deal. Now this is actually the top side. Let me flip it. Tighten this cover down with at least one screw. So I'm trying to see what the whole thing looks like. So this is essentially what the opener looks like if you have it hung from the ceiling. It honestly looks kind of stupid having the box here instead of on the bottom. Just looks kind of dumb that way. This motor, same again, it's a 24-volt DC motor. There's your sprocket. So these sensors are not lined up there. So let's run the trolley. Okay, that's the up limit. And back down. There, so I don't particularly like how it sounds. I don't know if there's plastic gears in here or if they are all metal. If they are plastic, that is completely stupid. Generally, I don't really think that a DC motor is a great idea for a commercial door anyway, because, you know, if you're putting it on something this big, it's not going to last. The other thing, I think it's kind of dumb that you need to have a passcode to set, to be able to change settings. I get it as something probably so that the people just don't accidentally reset things, but I mean, then you got to take the button off every single time, and just kind of inconvenient, I guess. But yeah, so there are a couple more of the Maxum operators. So I'm not too impressed with them, but I don't know how they're actually going to hold up long term. I suppose that's maybe what this one is for, although it's actually for training, I guess, but we'll see how it does long term. If you've used Maxums already, let me know what you think of them. If you've had issues with them or if they've worked all right, I don't know. I just don't. The motor's pretty tiny. It's bigger, yes, it's bigger than the residential motors, but it's still pretty tiny. And, you know, I just don't think it'll last on something like this. So, there you have it.